I know you're gonna dig this.
And it goes a little something like this.
Day and night bugging. Shit runs out. Big two bucks. Check the real flavors. Call me unexceptional for smoking and joint. Day and night bugging. Shit runs out. Big two bucks. Check the real flavors. Call me unexceptional for smoking and joint.
Okay, cool, man. So we're gonna have a review, man. A lot of music drops this past week.
A few projects.
Yeah, we've got Boity, we've got Zakwe and Duncan, we've got Sjava, amongst others. But those are the three that we're gonna go through because I think they're the ones that
the big ones
are prominent. You understand? So let's start off with Boity. Boity's album 4436. I think it's got something to do with her grandmother's house.
Her mom's house.
Her mom's house.
Where she was raised there.
Yeah, where she comes.
Poch.
Yeah. So Boity on this, there's 8 tracks or 9 tracks. All right. So you've got Who's That as a bonus track, so we know that. So that's an 8, leaves 8. Then you've got Best Friend, which is an outro.
Okay.
Which is actually just her friend leaving a voicemail.
Yeah.
And then you've got
Bakai,
which was also released, I think, last year already.
Yeah.
And then the rest is actually fairly new. First time listen, what did you think?
Great beat selection, great production, and also great lines. But here's a big but. A but with capital letters. I enjoyed the words or the wordplay and the lyrics so much. I thought of Who's That? The first ever single she made. Cause everyone knows. I think she even said it that Who's That was entirely written by NSTC.
Yes.
So and you know the rap game and people writing your lyrics, it's unacceptable. So
you still that old school feel.
Yeah, yo, you gotta tell your story.
Ghostwriters.
You gotta tell your story. You gotta go back to the meaning of rap.
Yeah.
What is rap?
Yeah.
Right. So if you're gonna let someone tell your story, I mean, come on, we can't have that. But what I'm trying to say is the tape is good. It's very good. The features they're very good. Matlera, Ricky, Younger.
You got Younger Chief as well.
Yeah,
Ricky Rick.
It's
on Too Sexy.
Yeah, it's fire.
You know. I want to say something about this. Yeah. It's for me. I'll be honest. I was a little bit underwhelmed.
Okay.
And the reason being is that there's not a lot, and I might be getting too technical, but there's not a lot of shift in the rap.
Exactly.
You understand that? There's not a lot of shift in the rap. So
that's what I was thinking.
So what her flow is like sort of standard across the album.
Stagnant.
All right. So it's actually an EP. So it's sort of standard across. And even the content, right? It's a repetitive kind of. I've made it. People were hating.
Me and my mama.
Do you understand? And
making my mama proud.
Exactly. And it's giving me the feels of Megan Thee Stallion actually dropped an album about 2 weeks back, which dropped and left. No one is actually talking about it. And the reason is that the content, what Megan Thee Stallion was talking about, pussy this and big butt this and nigga what, and so it's not revealing. Understand? It's not moving forward in terms of if you heard Bakai and you heard Who's That, listening to this album or this EP, I don't think you can get a greater picture into Boity, who she is and what she's about. Do you understand? I think the topics are sort of like standard. Understand?
The intro, the 4436 intro, the 443 intro kind of gives the whole story of where she came from, her mom, and the struggles her mother had to go through, her struggles, the reality show, giving her proper money, and throughout the whole album, she was kind of repeating what she said on 443, but in different ways. Because I can tell you, like, the first track, it's fire. Well, it's one of the best intros I've heard this year. Yeah. One of the best intros I've heard this year of a project. But then she was kind of dabbling back to it throughout the whole EP. So
and that's my qualm about it, because for me, I think there's a lot of she brings out the whole EP. For me, is a lot of woman power. I understand that it's really, really directed at young females, and you can do it. Yeah, I've done it. Don't worry about these niggas. We're gonna get the money.
We're gonna get the money. Yeah.
Do you understand? So I might not be. I don't feel like I'm the target for the EP.
For the EP, yeah.
But even the people that are being targeted, it's a repetitive message.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like you said, the beats. I think she chose.
The production.
Yeah, she chose her features, and the beat selection was dope.
Do you think she chose them?
Well, to be honest, actually, it's gonna be a big claim. I think Boity's music career is manufactured. There's a machine. There's a machine behind it. Her. Do you understand?
That's why I was asking. Do you think she chose them, or do you think the machine or the guys she was working with chose
I think
the features?
I think it. Of course, she needs to approve. Right at the end, she's gonna do what she wants. Yeah. But I think since she's still fairly new into music, right? And I think a lot of handlers, even if maybe that might sound wrong in a way, but there are people that are saying you've got this prominent in terms of urban culture in SA, and you can actually use that in music because there's a gap. That's why we were talking earlier on about the list, understand? And the only female that's there is there because they needed representation. So there's a gap in terms of female MCs that she can fill. Do you get my point? And that machine is polished. Do you understand? Like, who do you know in their first EP, right, can have Malkera, probably one of the hottest guys, Ginger Trill, an OG in this place, Younger Chief, Mags.
Come on.
Understand? You've got Ricky Rick. You've got Nessie on the bonus track as well. But who can you tell me can get that on their first go?
And the production credits as well.
Do you understand?
He has superstar producers.
You've got PH Raw is in here. Yeah. You've got Ganja Beats is up in here. And then you've got Crumbs, and then the rest is PH and all of that. So
yes, she has superstar producers. She has superstar features. There's no way the album wouldn't, or the EP wouldn't pop, because you have all these big names on it.
You understand? And that's why I'm saying, Boity, her raps don't have to be as strong as other people that are coming into the industry where they have to prove themselves. Understand? It just feels like she's like a cog in a machine, and the machine is well oiled, and I'm sure the EP is going to do well. Understand? But I ask myself, do I know Boity more after listening to this? I'm not really sure. Do you understand? Did she extend? Was she versatile in how she delivered her shit? I'm not really sure. So I don't know, man. I think, like I said, I think it's going to do well because of who she is and what is behind her. But we are gauging hip hop. We are gauging the guys that are coming in. She's a new cat on the streets. As much as we know her from other other avenues, but she's new in terms of hip hop.
To the rap thing.
And for me, like I said, I was underwhelmed. I'll probably give it like a 6.5, man.
For me, I didn't expect much. I expected Faith
You were
in Gates.
excited.
I was looking forward to it because I was waiting for her to disappoint me, and I got disappointed because she didn't disappoint me. I was like, because I was expecting a Faith in Gates kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
But she didn't give me that.
Yeah.
She was actually rapping. But then after listening to it, I was like, oh, okay. So this chick can do this. But then did she write her rhymes? I started asking myself that. And it's not a women thing. It's the fact that everyone knows she didn't write her first ever single. So is she writing these singles now?
And I heard the first single was just a tryout.
Exactly.
It was like sort of like,
Let's
hey
see.
man,
Yeah,
let's
let's
see if
see.
you can just do this and wada wada. So what would you say is an impact on this? Like in terms of numbers, what will you give it?
I'd give it a 6.5.
6.5.
Or 7. 6.5, yeah.
I think I'm gonna settle with 6.5, man. It's a good intro. It's its first EP, but there's a lot of question marks all over the place, and
I have to say she has a chance, an opportunity to be bigger than her ex.
of course. Well, I know Casper writes his own things, but the quality is almost identical.
Exactly.
So as much as she's not writing and Casper's writing for himself, the quality is almost identical, and it's sort of like they've got a play sheet that they have and they're just following
They're
through.
just following it.
I understand, and I wouldn't be surprised what you're saying if it comes through. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I understand.
Yeah.
But let's move on to our next one, man. I'm really excited about these guys,
Zakwe
man.
and Duncan.
Zakwe and Duncan. The album is actually called Zakwe and Duncan itself, and it's a 15-track
tracks.
album. Damn, this guys went in, man. Like I said with Big Zulu, I like authentic cats.
That Kasi.
I think before we started the podcast, I made you listen to
Side
Side D and Side Z.
Because I hadn't
On the
listened
same
to
beat.
Yeah,
What do you think of the storytelling?
I hadn't listened to the album, so I'm not going to talk much about
Yeah.
the album. So I'm kind of emotional because of Side D and Side Z. It's
real, man. It's real. It's real. It's got that soul.
you get the emotion. So you get the emotion out and you can see the picture. You know when someone is rapping and you can literally see what they're saying in front of you.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
when Duncan says, you know, when you used to perform, you used to bring me along. I can already see Zakwe on stage performing and stopping his set to tell the crowd that, guys, I have this new kid I want you to
And then
listen to, and calls Duncan to the stage. That's what I see.
And then he goes on and he says, but when I dropped, it's like you see Duncan as well. He's dropped an album, he's performing his first album, he's on stage and he's looking for Zakwe. Zakwe's not there.
Like you can see this. Those are the kind of songs you'd shed a tear listening to. Because you can see the story, you can relate, you can hear the emotion in these guys. So,
and we actually touched on before we started, Boity, it's actually the situation that they're describing on both the side D,
And the
Duncan's
side
side,
Z,
and Zakwe, Zakwe's side, is an emotion, is a situation where it can happen to anyone where we are cool, but because of work or because of other people around
third
us,
parties,
we become distant, and then you start believing on your own crew
and I'll
the
start
stories
believing,
they feeding you,
Yeah.
right? I'll start believing, but now we don't have a problem. But now the
Third
information
parties,
we're getting,
the information you're being fed. So third parties involved. Obviously, like if I'm your handler or if I'm your manager,
yeah,
I'm gonna look out for myself.
exactly.
So I have to do anything possible to make sure I have the coin in my pocket. Even
And
if
also
it means
isolate you from the people
from
that
the
can
people-
actually disturb the coin.
exactly.
You understand?
So it's always third parties. Because listening to these two songs, they never had a rift. It's always third parties.
It's just a misunderstanding which shouldn't have been a misunderstanding.
Between two camps. So
Understand? And you know what I like about, because these guys are like strictly like Venek.
yeah.
And what I like about, especially guys that rap in Venek, the storytelling. It plays a large role in terms of the music that they bring out. And I think that art is lost, especially in SA, is lost within the guys that are rapping in English or stuff like that. That storytelling where you can actually paint pictures for people and you actually take them to a different place than where they are, where they're listening to your song, and you give the emotion, you give the setting. It's like you're writing a book, or directing a play, And I'm that thing that I like about Venek rappers.
The one thing that pops up with me with Venek rappers, let me digress a bit and mention Foka.
Yeah.
Foka says the most simplest things. The most. Nigija papa kamalana.
Yeah. But it sounds good.
It's eating pop. Swipe kala ya manyora. This nigga.
He's swag, though.
Yeah,
He's swag.
Effortless.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
because he's saying it in Venek, like he's saying it, last night you had Papa Kamalana.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Foka is saying it.
Yeah.
It's like this
can
guy,
relate.
you can relate. You
Yeah.
can relate. So it's one of those, you feel the authenticity of the artist when they, because Nelson Mandela said, when you speak to someone in their language,
Yes.
you're not speaking to their ears, you're speaking to their heart.
Yes.
So any South African language, when someone speaks it or when someone broadcasts it, they are speaking to our heart, not our ears. We're not taking it to the head, we're taking it to the heart.
Yeah.
It's like this person is speaking to me.
Yeah. And
Like you feel special. So
and that makes sense because a lot of people's culture is actually in the words.
exactly.
You understand? And so once you start, I know as Zulus, bro, when people start calling you by your tribe name,
Yeah.
for me,
You
like
feel-
Uzulu Makeba. Do you understand?
You
I'm like,
feel some-
oh shit! Now this person has got me now.
The same with any other tribe.
Exactly.
The same with any other tribe.
Exactly. Your clan names, bro.
Yeah, your clan names. When I go home, it's like Mothalerwa. It's like,
Yeah.
Lisiva la di konti konti. I'm like, hey, hey,
Take my money, man.
hey.
So
Yeah.
but coming back to this, I think this album is actually relevant. I think, if not one of the most relevant albums Jengamanje, because there's a big confusion with Kahle. I think they mentioned it on when they did the list as well. Yeah. What is SA hip hop? Where is it going? What are we trying to do? And there's a lot of influences that are coming in. You understand? You've got other guys that are gravitating towards an American style trap rapping and all that thing and lifestyle with the drinks and everything like that. And then you've got the local guys who are coming with Ngutu and talking about Abu Pig Zulu, talking about Istebe, Isfunugudli Nyama. Do you understand? So I think this is relevant, especially for the streets, for the guys that are in the hood. You understand that writing their rhymes in Venek, talking about their daily living experiences and their things that they encounter and their struggles, and it represents that, the whole album is about those lived experiences. They touch on crime issues. They touch on, your chick down the road. You understand?
You can say it.
Do you understand? So those things, I can see a lot of people that can relate to it. And one thing that I hope, I know it hasn't happened, one day I hope that even the media, the radio, can actually give these guys their props. You understand that? And actually give them airplay and push this, because these are our stories.
Yeah,
You
those
understand?
are our stories, yeah.
And they're important. They're important. Like, we've got guys talking about lean. Understand that? Talking about all these other things that they might come across them since they're living in the burbs, but spuma pichep. Understand? So we've struggled with stengi kota, stanganisimali. Do you understand? And all of that. Stenga chips, I want a loaf of bread and all that shit.
Tell me those stories.
You understand? But these things, and these guys, I know I'm advocating because of those reasons, but these guys are truly lyricist MCs. And
they are lyrical.
Yeah. And
they are your MC's favorite MC.
And even before I get to the part, Uguti, let's push that culture, these guys are good. It's not Uguti, you know how people say, buy black, support black business, even if like the t-shirt is going to lose color after your first wash. No, these guys are original and they talk real shit. Understand? So we need to support them because they're good. But an extra reason is that this is what we need on the radio.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
So for me, it's relevant. It's going to be timeless. It's two of the best streets niggas going
head
on one album. You understand? Remember when these guys did it? Method Man and Redman did it.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Going back
for
and
me,
forth,
it's giving me that feels. You understand how two guys from similar background and similar rap style and similar outlook in hip hop coming together, and it's a beautiful, 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 beautiful project. Beautiful project.
I need to listen to it,
and people should give it. Look, I'll give you. Of course, we've talked about the first two. Those are done. I'll also give you. T Did It. T Did, right? That's also a flipping good song. And there's a song with UKO, as well as another song with Ukwesta. The one with Ukwesta, Ukapteni.
Yeah.
And the one with UKO, it's UV Class. Look out for those two.
They're
the
fire.
Whole album is fire. The beats, it's just Kasi lifestyle, man.
How much are you giving it?
For me, 8.5, 9, dog. 8.5, 9. I think, like I say, I think the relevance of it when it came, I think the lyrical talent of the two and the beats are not too produced. So you've got that
simple,
raw.
the boom bap.
Yes. And actually the beats actually allow these guys to show their talent. They're not overcrowding. Like, you can talk about an album, one of the first things you're going to say, the beats are good because...
The beat selection.
Yeah, because the lyrics or the lyrical content is not outshining the beats. On this side, they drop the beats, you've got it on the background, but listen to what these guys are saying. 8.5 and 9 for me. 8.5 and 9 for me.
Okay. I'll give it a
give
rating
it a go.
After listening to it,
Yeah, give it a go. So the next one and the final one that we're gonna do is gonna be Sjava. 4-track EP, surprise drop. No, I didn't know about this.
9.5 from me. 9.5.
Oh, I haven't even introduced the songs.
9.5.
I agree with you.
I don't want to say much about it.
Yeah.
Because there's not much to say. Just, the emotion in this.
You know, I wanna talk about Sjava. I wanna talk about Sjava. Maybe for like let's talk about Sjava for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Sjava had an issue at Ambitious. He left.
Yeah.
All right. And then he had that court case, or that wasn't a court case with Lady Zama. Understand? At the same time, he was starting in Campaniake, which was 1020 Cartel. All right. With the producer, what's his name? Okay, Uraf.
Urav, yeah.
Yes, started a company with Urav. So there's been a lot of things that are happening outside the actual music.
Yeah.
All right. From that 20 Qatar, they dropped an album with their new artist.
It was
Sambulo
it
or
an
something like
album
that.
or a mixtape?
Mixtape album, but it's called Sambulo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah. Dope. Again, I think they did a little bit more promo for that than this album.
The
But
EP.
yeah, but it was this EP, but it was good music. They had a poet guy there. They had Umbongi Lapana. They had guys that play the instrument. They've got a rapper. They've got a singer. Beautiful, introducing their artists. Then Sjava drops this last
The
week
surprise
Friday
EP.
without no shit. I follow the guy on Twitter. He
Twitter.
said nothing.
You just saw on the day he dropped, he just
Announced it.
announced it and posted the cover art.
My guy, it's only 4 songs. And
Too short. Too short.
we robbed, dog.
That's
we
all
robbed.
I can
Because
say.
if this is what this guy has been working through while he was going through all of these things that he's been going through,
Don't you think this is just the taste of what's to come? It's like, guys, yeah.
yeah,
Lick on the sweet. Still preparing your food.
I hope so, man.
This is a
I
start.
know Sjava never misses, dog. The guy has got his art down to a T. He does it so effortlessly. It's like you can just see him on the streets and he just pops a song.
Yeah.
You understand? And this is beautiful. I just want to point out one song. All right. So the 4 songs are Umsebenzi, Imikama Nemibandela, which is T's and C's in English, Ikusasa, which is tomorrow, Maduza, which is close. I want to point out a song, Ikusasa. I've been playing the track on repeat. All right. And that song, what that song actually does for me is that Sjava is actually touching on the issue with that came about with Uledi Zama without actually mentioning Uledi Zama. But he's talking about ukuthi the struggles of ukuthi kusasa kungenzakalani. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's set on a sample of a house sample. I've been trying to find the name of the sample, but I still can't find it. But that song is so classy. Understand? It's like in Zulu kuthiwa unesithunzi, you respect yourself. As much as you want to talk about this, he could have come out and said, Febe this, bitch this, do you understand? But he attended that in such a
Calm manner.
And musically manner that you can still listen to a song and bring it towards you without bringing Sjava into your thoughts.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And that is so beautiful. This 4-track EP, you said 9.5. I'm still trying to figure out with you, where did we put the other half?
Right now I can't. The other half is the length of it. That's why I give it.
I don't know how you got out of that one, because I was like, where's the half? Where's the one we didn't have?
The other half, it's the length.
I agree,
So-
man. This thing, it's a good
It's
EP,
a
and
great EP,
and
man.
I'm proud of the guy. He's going through a lot. 9.5. I agree with you. And Sjava, just give us something. I know.
Yeah,
I know. Whenever an artist drops an EP,
The album is near.
So
Album is near.
if we have to go by what we've heard now, I'm looking forward to that.
We are in for a treat.
I'm looking forward to that.
We are in for a treat.